I hate the videos online that they tell you, sell this PDF and you're going to make $5,000 a month. Sell this journal, sell this planner, and you're going to make $10,000 a month. And although, yes, I am not discrediting that there are people that do make that kind of money, it is unrealistic to tell someone, hey, create this and you're going to make X amount of money, because the reality is that it takes so much more than just learning how to create a specific type of book and then just publishing it on a platform like Amazon KDP. It takes way more work than just creating something, putting it out there, and then boom, sales are just going to come flooding in. It doesn't work that way. I'll tell you why I hate it. I have worked on Fiverr for many years now, and when I first initially started getting into this whole Amazon KDP, it wasn't because I was publishing my own books. Sure, I published my memoir, but it was more because I wanted to explore the writing aspect of Amazon KDP. I love to write. I'm passionate about writing. So I wanted to explore that side of Amazon KDP. Now, when I was on Fiverr, I was advertising myself as a ghost writer. So I have written over 500 different types of books, and I have created over 200 types of books, designed them, whether it's word search puzzles, whether it's journals, whether it's devotionals, devotional for women, devotional for teens, devotional for kids. I mean, I've done it. And I've been on the other side of Amazon KDP. I've been the writer. I've been the designer for these individuals that pay me for that service, and they go and published books on Amazon KDP. A lot of them watched those videos. I've had conversations. I've had Zoom calls with these clients. And I remember that I would tell them, because of all of the feedback that I would be receiving from Fiverr clients. They're like, oh my God, I received tons of good feedback for the book itself, but my sales are just not there. So for me, knowing what I know and all the feedback that I receive from Fiverr clients, not having sales, not having book sales, and then I have to work with them to develop a plan on how to execute, how to boost their sales, and how we can edit those book descriptions that they came up with, their titles, their subtitles, how to come up with how to position their books for the best chance of winning on Amazon KDP. And let me tell you, competition is fierce. And that's why I am so big on what brand do you want to create, and create a digital product around that brand. Like, who are you as a person? Like, if you are the type of person, you love poetry, don't just publish a journal because you saw a video on YouTube and they were telling you how profitable it is. No, stick to the things that are your strength. If you are a poet and you want to write poetry, you want to write your feelings, you want to share those feelings out there because you feel that it's going to help someone else. It's going to help someone else feel less alone in the world, in their issue, in their situation. Go and do that. And then use your platforms, use YouTube, use TikTok to go ahead and share, those feelings that you have, the ideas that you have, the thoughts, the things that you have overcome. And then you share that, you've compiled all those things in your poetry book. And that's how you can go about it and build that brand around the things that you are passionate about. Now, if you want to go ahead and not think about your passion, but rather just create books for, like, let's say, I don't know, for children, and you want to create an entire series of children's books, like novels and chapter books, go for it. Go right ahead and then invest all your time in just working on that. I am very against publish this because this is going to make you a lot of money. Publish that because right now it's trending. Sure, you can make a couple bucks, but long term, I've seen it with my clients. That's what got me into actually publishing my own books. The fact that a lot of my customers on Fiverr, I was writing these books and I was investing all this time. And then to find, they would come back and they were like, oh, by the way, I've gotten really good feedback on what you wrote, but I'm not getting the sales. How do I make more sales? How do I get more eyes on my book? And then I had to find out, and I did some research, and I would help them and I would brainstorm, how to use. You can create a stand store. You're going to be more successful, I think, creating a stand store to sell your product, especially if you want to make money now, and then go on social media and present go ahead and present your stand store link. You're going to be more profitable that way if you're talking about your product, you're talking about what you're solving for people, and you go on social media and you present your link rather than publishing a book on Amazon KDP. And it was so crazy to me, like toward the end, because I'm not working with a lot of Fiverr clients at the moment. I have started to slow down because I'm publishing videos here on YouTube and I want to focus more on YouTube. I felt so bad. The customers that I had to charge, the $1,000 for a manuscript, the $1,500 for a manuscript, $2,000 for a manuscript. And then they would come back and say, excellent, like manuscript, you blew it out of the water, but I'm not making any sales and I need to make back the investment that I put in. Oof. That for me was so hard. And that's why I made it like my goal to those clients who, had trouble with the marketing aspect of their books to, hey, let's come up with a plan. Let's do the research. Let's start looking in a different direction, because I felt so bad. So to you, if you have an idea, if you have a digital product that you want to go ahead and sell, think about your audience first. Like, do you have an audience? Have you developed an audience on social media? Because you want to make sure that whatever you invest your time in, like you're going to get a return on that, right? So if you're building up a following on any social media platform, and you have to also be mindful, what is it? Is it something that's artistic? Is it a coloring book that you can easily, I've seen it, how a lot of people just go ahead and focus on just 3 coloring book ideas. They publish those books on Amazon KDP, and then all their marketing, they do it through TikTok. So all of their videos on TikTok are them coloring these coloring books. Like, that is brilliant, because you're driving traffic to those books, that brand of books that you have. So I want you to start shifting. These people, they're lying. It's not that easy. It's not that simple. These people creating these videos, they are lying to an extent, because you're not gonna make $5,000 off the gate. Like, you're not gonna go ahead and right now, you create a journal, you go to one of my videos and you see a devotional coloring book, you create it and then put it on Amazon KDP, and boom, sales are gonna start dropping in. It doesn't work that way. Sure, you're going to get sales here and there. And what I have seen from the personal books that I have published, once I started focusing on that, because I wanted to test the waters, sometimes you will receive organic sales, and one book can bring you $50 a month solid, but it's going to take some time for that to happen. And you have to have an added strategy. And that's something that I learned too. I learned about ads and how to work with the ads. Is it going to be 10 cents, 20 cents? There was one time where I paid close to $60 and I make 0 sales. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, it's a learning process. It's just, there's a lot that goes into making a profitable digital product. A lot. Wait a second, guys. Hi, come here. You want to sit with me? Come on. Okay, this little guy is awake. I hope it helped you think about how you can approach this whole self-publishing path, and it helped you get some ideas as to what you can do, and not just focus on Amazon KDP, but rather developing your own audiences using social media, which is free, to your advantage. Create that audience and begin to share your knowledge through your books, through your maybe even courses that you may have, or any programs that you want to develop. Subscribe, and God bless.